I'm Michael Beadle. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Legacy Parking. I try to ensure that our day-to-day operations are as tight as they can be. I try to empower our team with the right tools and the right processes to serve our clients in the most valuable ways. And I try to make sure that the company continues growing. We're over 100 properties now in 8 different markets. And our goals are to continue to utilize our hubs and leverage those market hubs to continue our growth elsewhere, providing Class A operations to our clients. Honestly, the most important lever of growth has been our people. It's the people on the ground that matter. They make the biggest impact as to whether an operation is a successful operation or maybe an operation that might need improvement. They bring ideas to the table on how to maximize the value of an operation, and they provide the services and the interaction with our clients that allow us to look good in front of our clients. When we have good people, it makes for a good product, and it allows us to impress our clients and continue to grow with them. Now they're really asking around what the future of parking looks like. I think that for a long time, parking operated in a very similar fashion. The pace of change in parking, much like real estate as a whole, was very slow for a long period. Everybody did everything the same way for quite a long time. As you got deeper into the 2000s, we saw the advent of the online platforms, right? Really taking parking digital. It no longer was just a drive-up business or a monthly business. Now it became an online business as well. Since that has occurred, now we're seeing the traditional parks equipment, in certain cases, going away for just camera-based and again, digital-based platforms. I think the pace of change has picked up so much in such a short period of time, after such a long period of time of stagnant change. Our clients are saying, well, what's the next change going to be? It's certainly coming. What's that going to look like? So Legacy is a company that has always leaned into technology, no matter what facet of the business it is. So we are a company that's always tried to look for the next thing in technology in every area of our business. And we develop our business development go-to-market strategy around what's coming, not what is. When we would walk into our potential clients' offices, we would want to talk to them around what their current situation looks like and what potential situation Legacy could bring contracting with them. So we've always been one that looked to the future, and that continues to be how we approach business development. So certainly the digital space is what's developing faster than ever. In terms of what's stagnant, I don't know that there is much stagnant at this point. Because innovation has finally reached the parking industry, I think it's touching all areas of it, and we're seeing things change in every facet of our business. So I'm not sure anymore that there is much that's stagnant. We utilize AI in so many different ways. AI is a great testing ground for ideas. It's a great proving ground for fleshing out what may or what may not work and throwing hypotheses out there and seeing what it spits back to you. So that's always fun. In terms of the in-garage, AI has shown to be a great tool for, in the case of camera-based park systems, correcting errors. One of the most frustrating parts of camera-based park systems are misreads, where the in doesn't match the out. And so utilizing AI to be able to correct that more so in real time, continue to create a fluid experience for the customer, one where they don't get hung up in the lane, certainly is one of the best use cases for it. Well, that goes back to when you bring it in-house, kind of the fleshing out of ideas. We use AI in a multitude of ways internally to kind of test things out. When we have an idea of a project that we want to undertake, we're able to use AI to really kickstart that project and get us off the ground quicker so that we can spend more time strategically thinking about how to take it to the next level, as opposed to spending time at step one really formulating, what the basis of the project is. So parkers are very different depending on who they are. I think that a lot of parkers embrace technology. And so a lot of parkers enjoy getting out of the traditional ticketing systems and moving in with the new, the more fluid in and outs of being able to have all of their information loaded on a profile and the ability to freely come and go as they please. So I do think parkers are embracing the new systems largely. I mean, I don't think I have to opine on that. I think it's readily apparent how it's impacting the industry. It's completely changing the conversations that we're having with our clients. It's completely changing the way that customers are utilizing garages. It's completely changing the experience in the ingress-egress lane. It's completely changing the way that we collect and analyze data coming out of the parking garage and how we use that data to return value to that parking garage. I think we're there, and it's not something that we have to think about. We see it in our everyday life. We had the opportunity to work with AI, call it call center platform, to resolve issues at the which we have found to be very successful so far. It allows for a much easier customer experience. Tool understands what the customer is asking for and is quickly able to action that for them, as opposed to, in the traditional methods, having to parse through systems to find the data that someone is looking for to be able to resolve an issue. So we find that the quick resolution to customer issues in the lane has largely been a helpful product for us. There's no doubt that a call center function is certainly a very costly function of any operation. Any ability to be able to minimize support calls is a welcome added benefit of the platform. I think we're largely living in the future right now. As I said, the innovation cycles have picked up quite a bit. And so it's only natural that there is some great idea coming that people much smarter than I are currently thinking of, and I'm excited to see what that is. I think from where I sit right now, it's how do we take the data that we're getting from these systems that have already been created? How do we harness that data to be able to better market to customers based on their behavior and provide them easier options to know where to park based on where they may be going. Be agile, be open to change, be ready to have to adapt.